All right, everyone. So at this point, hopefully you guys have your MetaQuest, whether it's the schools or whether you're using your own. I'm going to teach you guys how to set up the MetaQuest. Okay. We're going to do that. I would recommend doing this before you get into the second half of the course or today's module, which is how to, it's a refresher on Unity. So what I'm going to say is I have some slides that kind of go over this kind of stuff. That kind of goes step by step. And the very first thing I would really tell you to do is you're going to need a MetaQuest account. Okay. So if you don't already have one, you're going to need to set one up. Okay. So you can go down here under hyperlinks to where it says set up an account. That's basically going to take you here. My recommendation is that you go under over here and log into your Meta account. And basically what you can do is set up a Meta account. Now, keep in mind, this is different than Facebook. So even if you have a Facebook account, that's not the same as setting up the Meta account. So set that up, please. Okay. Once you do that, in addition to the account, you're going to need to have the Meta Horizon app. Okay. We're actually going to do a lot through this. So I'm going to show you how that's going to work. So looks like that. Okay. So take a moment to download the app. It should, be available both on Apple Store and Meta. Okay, that you should be able to download and install. Okay. Then what we're going to do is, especially if you have a so by the way, when you set up an account, I can't set up one again because I've already done it. There's going to be an option that says, how social do you want to be? I would, for a moment, to say solo. This is so that it kind of protects your privacy a little bit. So it's going to say like open, open to everyone, friends and family, solo. I would really strongly recommend the solo option. So you can control who follows you and social and that kind of stuff. All right. Next step is for you guys is to do a factory reset. Okay. A factory reset for this means that you are resetting the program. Okay. I'm going to switch over from this video to my phone because the problem is that I can't record from this because it's literally like rebooting it. So you can't reboot while it's recording live from the headset. So the best way I can think about to do it is I'm going to try to record it with my phone. So now there's a couple ways you can perform a factory reset. One is through the app. By the way, talking about the app itself, I'll try to show some before I do a factory reset. The app is kind of useful because it's going to kind of show you all the apps you can have. I think you set up your avatar. That's going to be through the Meta World that way. It'll give you eventually information about your headset. So if I go to my headset, it's going to have things like, that little orange icon is like how powered my thing is. These other two are the controllers, whether they're powered. Under things like headset settings, you can set up things like Wi-Fi controllers. Eventually, we're going to use developer mode, which means that we're going to use Unity to build to our headset. That's going to be turned on. I'll talk more about that later. Those are probably the main things for the app itself. All right. So I'm going to do a physical reset. The way you can kind of do that, and you can do it from the thing itself. This is your power button right there next to the light. I recommend keeping your thing powered on or plugged in when you're not using it so that because this thing actually drains pretty quickly. I'm not gonna lie to you. Underneath is the volume control right there. This is like your up down arrow in terms of your volume. What you could do, and then I'm gonna switch over to my video, is if you hold this and this together, that it eventually will get to a booting login screen. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to hold it down. You might want to look into it. It's the power down, power in. Makes for a thrilling video, I'm sure. Oops. I'm going to reboot mine by holding down the power button here. I'm just holding it down and then it's shutting down, kind of like restarting a computer. And then now when I press the power button, I'm going to hold down the down volume button at the same time. All right, so see how it says USB update mode, and then it has like boot device, boot info, factory reset. What I'm gonna do is use the power down button on my headset directly, and that should actually move one at a time. Until eventually I get to see where that blue line is over factory reset. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hit the play, or I'm going to hold down the power button again, and that should actually cause a reboot. It's going to go to another screen. I don't know if I can show that here, but it says erase, yes, erase, and factory reset, or no. I want to make sure it uses the up down volume button to go to yes. So you can see how my blue is above that. And then once again, hit the power button. There's the meta symbol there, and this is going to cause a factory reset, which is basically kind of like reinstalling your operating system. Keep in mind that this would delete all information and apps that are on your device. So don't do this unless you're okay with that.